I don't know how I envisioned America growing up. Like, I genuinely thought that, like, going into any high school was going to be, like, everybody would start singing at, like, some point. Like, High School Musical totally ruined me, you know?
I don't know what you are, I don't know what you are now. What you did, yeah, you know I love you, but I can't forgive it. You could tell me stay, but I have to go, 'cause I would not expect someone to stay around.
Right now, we're in Cambridge at the Sinclair. But in my head, I would just say I'm in Boston.
One thing that you came for, I ain't even really that lonely.
So we started our day on the Freedom Trail, and it was pretty early. It was like, God, I would say it was like 11:30ish in the morning. The colours on the trees, it was like reds and yellows and auburn and green, and it was just the most beautiful picture. Yeah, it was just a really, really, really gorgeous way to start the day.
I like when we settle down.
I kind of feel like, you know, I've always looked in the films and seen people taking their coins out or taking out, I mean, I know that you guys here say a quarter. Okay, so I took out my quarter and I was like, right, I'm gonna make a wish. And I made a wish. I actually made 2 wishes because my first throw was so bad.
Every time the weekend comes, yeah, I know that it won't be long, yeah. So
I got signed at 13. It was all pretty mental. I was just a kid writing music about boys that I fancied in school. Like, it was that simple. There was no bones. Like, it was just, that was it. Do you know, it's like, it's something that has taken me a long time to say, but I think I was talented. I think I still am talented. I think I'm a really good storyteller, and I really believe in my art and in my storytelling. And it's taken me 10 years to be able to say that on camera. You know, like, I really genuinely think that I'm good. It's weird for me because I talk about my personal life in a way where I put it into my music. So I think people either assume that I have loads of men, or they just assume that I'm a man-eater. So first of all, let's just wipe those assumptions from the table. I definitely had that "it's finally out" moment about my album. I know that it's not that long technically, like 8 years technically is not that long, but when you're a kid, 8 years feels like 80 years. It feels like everything's so big and everything's happening so slowly. But saying all of that, I'm really happy that it took the time that it did, because I felt like my positioning in music and my development and the journey that I've been on has grown me into an old soul. Being nominated for a BRIT was pretty crazy. I used to watch the Brits on TV when I was a kid. But at the same time, you know, it's like, that's not how I measure my success. Being nominated for awards is a cherry on top always, and it's really cool. But at the same time, when you're on stage and going to shows and being in the street and people recognising you and like having conversations with girls where girls are looking at me and crying and saying, you know, you inspire me this way or this way, that's how I measure my success. Hey love, how are you? I'm good. I just met your friend and I was just admiring his jacket when he came over to me.
Look at her.
Thank you.
Isn't she a baddie? Isn't she a baddie?
And it's at the Sinclair. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Bye, love. Oh no, 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 no!
My AirPod just fell out of my ear. It fell into the drain.
Oh my god!
Oh shit. My phone. No, it's okay.
God.
It's okay.
No, that's so not okay. That is so not okay.
No, it's
okay. I'm so sad. So then I went to Newbury Street. Now I was just supposed to be going to Newbury Street to go to the Newbury comic store, the really famous one, but I ended up going into a few shops. If you've never been to Newbury Street, please go. There's like every shop that you would want to go into is on that street. And then I went into the Newbury comic store and I saw everything that I could have wanted was in that store. I picked up a teddy bear, which I'm going to sleep with tonight. Then I went downstairs into where they have all the records and the CDs and the DVDs and the videos, and I found my album, which was pretty spectacular, particularly because I was not expecting it at all. Walked in and saw my name and saw my 2 albums there. I'm hoping that there are only 2 because it's such a bestseller.
Boy, you make it too hard for me to stay here. Boy, you're making it hard for me to be your love.
so important for me to speak out about body positivity. I don't feel like I'm the spokeswoman for anything, and that's the truth, but I definitely feel like I have a duty to young girls, and also like maybe just to people, like just to young people. I'm bored of hearing young women and young girls say that they're not amazing and say that they're not beautiful. And I kind of, when I was a kid, because of where I grew up and like the people that I grew up around, it took me so long to get to that point. And you know, it's like I really struggled with that growing up, and like really struggled with like feeling like I was a great person and feeling like my heart and my looks and everything like was amazing. And so I think for me it's about showing women that, you know, beauty is not just about your physical self, it's about your physical, your mental, your spiritual, everything combined together. And it's a message that I think is really important for me to share. This time I won't hold the line. Been giving your time to... So then we went up to the waterfront and we looked at the USS Constitution. So I didn't really know that much about the Boston Tea Party. It was kind of mental for me because I got there and, you know, I got there and I was like, I didn't really know what I was looking at. And then my friend explained to me about the thing to do with tea and how, God, you see, like even now I'm just like, I don't really get it, but it was really cool. So I think the story that I learned was that they were trying to import tea into this pot. So they were trying to import the tea and the Americans were upset about it, right? So they took over the boat and threw all the tea over. Oh, baby. I love Fenway Park. I think I've seen that park so many times in films. It was really exciting to be there. Which was funny because in my head, I don't know why I genuinely thought that I was going to be standing in the middle of the pitch, but I totally wasn't. Sorry, not the pitch, that's British. Standing in the middle of the field. Because I wasn't. I was actually behind bars looking through really sadly. But Fenway Park was gorgeous. Like that for me, I'm like, I need to go and see a game.
I know what you did. Yeah, I know. And I want to talk about it. And I know you don't. I've been holding guard for so long. And I don't know where to start.
Finishing my first US headline tour is incredible. Like, better than I could ever imagine. So I think I've evolved from my last support tour, which was Ella Mai. I've become harder in the sense that, you know, I watched Ella every night kind of get off the bus, go into sound check, come out of sound check, go to meet and greet, come out of meet and greet, do the show, and then just repeat and repeat and repeat. I watched her work so hard. And for me, I'm like, that's exactly how hard I want to work. So I am in Boston right now, and I am about to try a lobster roll because everybody told me that I had to. So
I like to watch
here we
when you walk to my
Cheers.
Put your cigarette out on the floor. Yeah. I love the one we stare at the
It was absolutely smashing. It was fantastic. Best part of my day, so perfect. I actually forgot about that moment. Oh, it's so nice. Lunch was good.
I love the way the lighting is catching your face. Now I see you clearly, this is more than a day.
I genuinely believe that the moment I'll know that I'm truly successful is when I'm having my first baby. You know, the fact that I'll have the time to stop and move into a house or like have a baby means that I've reached a point where I can calm down, you know? But before then I'm on this train and there's no fucking way I'm getting off.
I ain't even really that long.